Have you ever pondered how your tiniest actions can trigger a colossal difference? Let's delve into the fascinating realm of the butterfly effect. Not the sci-fi time travel trope, but the profound philosophical concept that even the smallest flutter of a butterfly's wings can stir a gust of change that sweeps across the globe. This is the power of small actions. They're like pebbles dropped into a still pond, creating ripples that stretch far beyond their point of origin. Each one of us, with our daily deeds, no matter how minuscule, can set off a chain reaction that can alter the course of life in ways we may never fully realize. Every action, every decision, every word spoken or unspoken can be a seed that grows into something far greater. So imagine the impact you could have by consciously choosing to act in ways that contribute positively to the world. Stay with us as we journey through tales of individuals whose small actions ignited big changes. Imagine a single seed perceived as insignificant, yet it has the potential to grow into a mighty tree. Let me tell you a tale. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between hills and rivers, lived a man named Amos. He was not a king, a warrior, or a scholar. He was a humble farmer, but he had a vision. Every morning, as the sun painted the sky with hues of gold and crimson, Amos would walk to the edge of his village with a single seed in his hand. He would plant this seed, cover it with a thin layer of earth, and whisper a silent prayer for its growth. To the villagers, this daily ritual seemed insignificant, even futile. "Why does he bother?" they would ask. "It's just one seed." But Amos simply smiled and continued his routine, day after day, year after year. Gradually the seeds sprouted, and tiny saplings emerged from the earth. They grew into plants, and then into trees, each one stronger and taller than the last. The barren land on the village outskirts began to transform into a lush green forest. It became a sanctuary for birds, insects, and small animals, a riot of life where once there was only desolation. The climate in the village improved, the air was fresher, the soil more fertile. The villagers began to notice this transformation, and they understood the power of Amos's seemingly insignificant action. They realized that his single seed each day had grown into a forest that had changed the life of their village. Amos's story is a testament to the power of small actions. Each seed he planted was a small act, but the collective impact of these acts was monumental. His story teaches us that no action is too small, no effort too insignificant. Each small act, like each seed, carries within it the potential for growth and transformation. So remember, every seed planted, no matter how small, has potential for growth. Kindness, they say, is a language the blind can see and the deaf can hear. Now, let's delve into a tale that beautifully illustrates this universal truth. Let's meet Emily, a woman of modest means but infinite heart. Every morning, as the sun peaks over the horizon, Emily steps out into the world armed with a radiant smile, a heart full of compassion, and an unwavering resolve to spread kindness. Her deeds are small, almost inconspicuous, yet they echo loudly in the hearts of those they touch. One chilly winter day, Emily encounters a homeless man, shivering on a park bench. She doesn't have much, but she shares her warm coffee and a comforting smile. His eyes fill with gratitude, his heart with warmth, and in that moment, a ripple of kindness is born. Another day, Emily finds a friend battling tears. She doesn't have all the answers, but she lends an empathetic ear, a comforting hug, and a promise to stand by her side. The friend, feeling seen and supported, pledges to pass on this kindness. With every sunrise, Emily creates an orchestra of kindness, her small acts serving as the symphony's notes. Unbeknownst to her, these notes resonate far and wide, inspiring a ripple effect. The homeless man begins sharing his meals with others on the street. The friend starts lending her ear to those in need. Emily's simple acts of kindness, like pebbles dropped in a pond, create ripples that reach far beyond her immediate circle. Emily's story reminds us that kindness isn't grand gestures or heroic deeds. It's small, everyday actions that touch hearts and change lives. It's the hand extended in help, the ear lent in understanding, the smile shared in camaraderie. So remember, every act of kindness, no matter how small, has the potential to inspire a ripple of change. And as Emily's story illustrates, these ripples can create a wave of kindness that has the power to transform the world. Never underestimate the power of a simple act of kindness. A spark is all it takes to ignite a fire. Imagine a young individual full of energy and passion, living in a small town where change is often met with resistance. This person, let's call them Alex, had a burning desire to make a difference. They saw the waste piling up in their community and felt a compulsion to act. Despite the naysayers, Alex decided to start a local recycling program. It was a simple concept, but it was met with skepticism. "You're just one person," they said. "What difference can you make?" But Alex was undeterred. They knew that the smallest actions could have the greatest impacts. Alex began by recycling their own waste. Soon they started to encourage their friends and family to do the same. Before long, the idea caught on, and the local recycling program began to grow. It wasn't easy, and there were many obstacles along the way, but Alex was persistent. They believed in their cause, and they believed in the power of their actions. Word spread about the local recycling program. Other communities began to take notice. They saw the positive impact it was having, and they wanted to replicate its success. So they reached out to Alex for guidance. And just like that, the initiative that started as a small spark in one small town began to spread like wildfire. This is the power of action. This is the power of belief. This is the power of one person deciding to make a difference. Alex was told they couldn't change anything. They were told they were too small, too insignificant. But they proved everyone wrong. They showed that anyone, anywhere can be a catalyst for change. So the next time you feel like your actions don't matter, think about Alex. Think about the difference they made, not just in their community, but in communities across the region. Remember, you're never too small to spark a change. Now you might be wondering, how can I make a difference? Every day, we are given countless opportunities to make a mark, to influence, to inspire, to change. It's about seizing these moments and making them count. Firstly, let's talk about the power of volunteering. It's not just about giving up your time, it's about giving a part of yourself. Volunteering can take many forms, from helping out at a local food bank to tutoring children in need. It's about using your skills, your knowledge and your heart to make a difference in someone else's life. Secondly, the power of kindness. You see, kindness is like a boomerang. It always returns. A smile, a compliment, a helping hand, these are all simple acts of kindness that can brighten someone's day. And the beautiful thing about kindness, it's contagious. Your single act can create a ripple effect, encouraging others to pass on the kindness. Thirdly, we can make a difference by taking care of our environment. It's as simple as picking up litter when you see it, recycling whenever you can, and reducing your use of single-use plastics. Remember, we don't inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children, so let's take care of it. Finally, remember that making a difference is not about grand gestures or monumental acts. It's about the small, everyday actions. It's about being mindful and intentional with your actions. It's about understanding that every act, no matter how seemingly insignificant, has the potential to create a wave of change. So go ahead, volunteer, be kind, protect the environment, and do so with the understanding and belief that you're making a difference, because you are. Every day, in countless ways, you are making a difference, and that, dear listeners, is a power that we all have. Start today, because every action, no matter how small, can make a difference. So what's the takeaway from all these stories? In our journey together, we've seen how the humble seed planter, the ripple creator of kindness, and the catalyst of change have all proven that even the smallest of actions possess an extraordinary power. They've shown us that every action, every choice, every decision we make carries weight and has the potential to initiate a chain reaction of change. Whether it's planting a seed, extending a hand of kindness, or sparking a revolution, remember that there's no such thing as an insignificant act. Every action holds within it a kernel of transformation, a spark that can ignite a flame of change. Don't underestimate the power of your actions, the power of your choices. Embrace the potential to make a difference, to alter the course of a life, a community, or even an entire world. Remember, act as if what you do makes a difference, because it does.